Maratha Empire, Season 3, Episode 16, The War Without End. In the previous episode, we saw how Maharani Tarabai turned defense into counterattack. Under her leadership, Maratha forces continued striking Mughal positions, supply routes, and territories, forcing Aurangzeb to fight on much wide front. But the war was becoming longer than anyone had imagined. Aurangzeb had entered the Deccan with the confidence of an emperor who believed that his enormous army would eventually crush Swaraj. But years later, that confidence was fading. The Mughal army could capture forts, but keeping them under control was another challenge. Whenever soldiers moved away, Maratha forces returned. Whenever supplies were sent, they risked being attacked on the way. The Sahyadris has become natural ally of the Marathas. They knew the roads, the valleys, the forests, and the mountain passes. Mughal forces, despite their size, struggled to move freely through this difficult terrain. And behind this warrior stood Tarabai. She continued coordinating these resistance, keeping commanders united and ensuring that the struggle did not lose momentum. The Marathas had done something important. They did not need to defeat the entire Mughal army at once. They only needed to keep fighting one attack, one food, one supply route, one victory at a time. This slowly transformed the war. Aurangzeb had once come to Deccan to destroy Swaraj, and now he was spending years after years trying to simply survive the resistance. His empire was paying an enormous price. His soldiers were exhausted. His treasury was under pressure, and still the Marathas refused to disappear. The emperor was growing old, and the war he had expected to finish quickly had become a burden that followed him everything. But the final chapter of Aurangzeb's Dakhan campaign was approaching, and in the next episode, we will see how the Marathas continued their relentless attacks until the mighty Mughal emperor finally faced the consequences of the war he could never win. Jai Bhavani, Jai Shivaji.